Welcome into your Advent Health Playoff preview. Casey Phillips here with senior writer and editor Scott Smith. Again, our favorite videos to do because it means the Buccaneers won their first playoff game at home against the Eagles. Absolutely incredible, which means they are advancing. So this video is here to tell you who they're playing, what that might look like, and look ahead to this matchup. So first of all, tell us who we're going to be facing, where, and how we got to this place.
Yeah, the best playoff preview is always the next one, right?
Yes.
The Buccaneers are here in the divisional round because, first of all, they took care of their own business on Monday night against Philadelphia, and they'll be headed to Detroit, which barely held off the Rams in a great game in Detroit. But because Green Bay upset the Cowboys, and that was the 7 seed over a 2 seed, Green Bay is the lowest remaining seed in the NFC, so they have to go to San Fran, who had a first-round bye, leaving the Bucs to go to Detroit. So this is our second playoff game ever against the Lions. We also beat them in the wildcard round in 1997, ending a 14-year playoff drought. And also, weirdly, this is a rematch of Week 6 against the Lions, and this is the 8th straight playoff game for the Buccaneers that is a rematch of a game that happened earlier that season.
That is so crazy.
Isn't that weird?
That's such a weird coincidence, and I have to imagine in some ways can be viewed as a good thing that, hey, you know maybe what didn't work the first time, so you have a chance to study that, look at it, take a second crack at the team. We saw that worked against the Eagles, and so now here you have this against the Lions. So what are the big things that, of course, both teams are probably a little different than they were that first time around. What are the things that stand out to you about the Lions offense? Well,
in that Week 6 game, and like the Philly game, this is a long time after that one, and both teams have changed a lot. The Buccaneers have certainly evolved, but in that one, the Lions won 20-6, and it was the familiar guys. Jared Goff had a great game, threw for 353 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 12 catches for 124 yards and a touchdown. Neither team could run the ball, but the Buccaneers just couldn't get much going on offense. Obviously, only had the 2 field goals, and that was the only game all season in which Baker Mayfield threw an interception and didn't throw a touchdown, which says a lot about good things about Baker, but in that game, he had no touchdowns and 1 interception. The Bucs just really couldn't get things going. Now, since then, the Lions' offense has probably gotten even better. They finished the season 3rd in yards, 5th in points, 5th running, 2nd passing, 3rd lowest sack rate, 3rd best in the red zone. That is a great offense. It's absolutely loaded with stars and big offensive weapons. They had 4 guys in double digits in touchdowns.
That's incredible.
So Goff got to 4,575 yards, had a 30 touchdown, 12 interception ratio, which is great, a 97.9 passer rating. He threw it to Amon-Ra St. Brown 119 times for 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns. Their rookie tight end, Sam Laporta, an incredible rookie season, which you don't usually get from tight ends, and he had about 900 yards and 10 touchdowns. And then they've got that 2-headed backfield with rookie Jahmyr Gibbs. It was a really good draft class for them, by the way.
Yeah.
Rookie Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Montgomery went over 1,000 rushing yards. Gibbs went over 1,200 yards from scrimmage, and they both had double-digit touchdowns. And they're playing behind one of the best offensive lines in the NFL, which sent both right tackle Penei Sewell and center Frank Ragnow to the Pro Bowl.
Wow. All right. So how about the defensive side of things? We know the Bucs defense will have their hands full. How about the Lions defense? What are they going to be bringing?
They didn't have as much success. They finished 19th in yards and 23rd in points, 27th against the pass. So just like last week, that seems like a good matchup for the Buccaneers, and 29th in red zone defense. But they did have Aiden Hutchinson make the Pro Bowl. That was the 2nd overall pick from the 2022 draft. Had a great rookie season, even better this year with 11.5 sacks. And yet another rookie, Brian Branch, their 2nd round steal out of Alabama. He was a safety, but they put him in the slot. He had a great season as a slot corner, had 3 interceptions and 12 passes defensed. And one thing to keep note of for the Lions is they were dead even in turnover ratio. So this wasn't an offense or a defense that was really winning by turning the ball over or not turning the ball over.
All right. Well, man, there is going to be a fun matchup coming this next weekend as your Buccaneers are about to face the Detroit Lions in the next round of the playoffs. Make sure you stay tuned for all the coverage of the game on Buccaneers.com.